Today, we delve into a truly significant and quite moving event that took place recently at the majestic Windsor Castle, featuring none other than His Majesty King Charles I and his revered sister, Her Royal Highness, the Princess Royal Anna. Before we embark on this journey through royal duty and traditions, please take a moment to show your support by giving this video a thumbs up. Your likes help us reach even more people who share our fascination with the monarchy. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and clicking that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future royal news. Thank you so much for your continued support. It truly means the world to me. Now, let's turn our attention to the significant development that recently emerged from Buckingham Palace. King Charles I's office has provided essential information sharing details of a joint event undertaken by the monarch and his sister Princess Anne on Monday. This collaboration between Her Majesty and Her Royal Highness is particularly noteworthy, underlining their shared commitment to their roles and their deep connection with the country's armed forces. The venue for this special event was the historic and impressive Windsor Castle, a residence steeped in centuries of royal history and a place of great personal significance to the royal family. It was here, amidst the splendor of this ancient fortress, that the King and Princess Anne took part in a major ceremony for one of the British Army's most prestigious regiments, the Household Cavalry Regiment of the Royal Guard. Her Majesty, who is reported to be 75 years old, gave a truly impressive speech during the event. This came after she and her sister attended a special parade held in the castle grounds. The atmosphere was reportedly one of solemn reverence mixed with a sense of pride and tradition. Following the event, the royal family thoughtfully shared some absolutely stunning photographs capturing the moments from the day. These images were released via their official social media page, allowing a wider audience to witness this important event. These images were accompanied by a statement that resonated deeply and was rightly described as moving. Reports from the event indicated that both the King and the Princess Royal were seen in particularly good spirits. This is especially encouraging, particularly given to recent concerns over the King's health. Their participation began with an inspection of the parade, an essential part of any military ceremony that demonstrates their personal attention to the soldiers and the standards of the regimen. This inspection came immediately before the key moment when the new standards were presented. For those unfamiliar with the terminology, military standards are much more than just flags. They are deeply symbolic, serving as the spiritual heart of a regiment. They represent its history, its honors, its battles, and the sacrifices made by its members throughout the centuries. The unveiling of new standards is a rare and deeply significant event, a moment of continuity and renewal for the regimen. Later in the ceremony, the monarch, King Charles I, addressed the assembled troops. His speech, the palace quotes, made a compelling point central not only to military service, but perhaps to the very fabric of a stable society. He singled out the enduring principles of duty, honor, and tradition. These are not mere abstract concepts, but living principles that guide the conduct and spirit of regiments such as the Royal Guards Cavalry Regiment. The statement released by the palace, along with the moving photographs, offered a deeper insight into the King's feelings and the significance of the Royal Guards Cavalry Regiment. It stated, and I quote directly from the official statement, that the Royal Guards Cavalry Regiment is renowned worldwide for the splendor of these unique ceremonies in the heart of the country. And today, as I watch you all on parade here, I see that you continue to represent the very best of this ceremonial splendor. This recognition from the King speaks volumes. The Horse Guards Regiment of Household Cavalry, which includes the Life Guards and the Blue Soroils, is renowned worldwide not only for its operational capabilities, but also for its role at major state and ceremonial events, from trooping the crown to state visits and, of course, royal weddings and funerals. How their presence, their precision, and their distinctive uniforms are synonymous with British pomp and tradition, the king's words affirm that this is not simply a historical legacy. It is a living and vibrant tradition carried on by the current members of the regiment. The king's presence at this event was in his capacity as colonel and chief of the Horse Guards Regiment. This is a senior honorary position normally held by the sovereign, signifying a close personal connection between the monarch and the regiment. Princess Anne, her sister, was also present in her important role as colonel of the Blues and Royals, one of the two component regiments of the Cavalry Regiment of the Royal Guards. Her long association with this regiment underlines her own deep and active commitment to the armed forces, a commitment she has demonstrated tirelessly over many decades. Their combined presence therefore brought together two key figures who hold these senior honorary positions within the Cavalry Regiment of the Royal Guards, adding enormous weight and prestige to the event. Central to the ceremony was the presentation of new standards to both the Life Guards and the Blues and Royals. This event is steeped in military history and protocol, marking a renewal of the regiment's identity and loyalty. The old standards, having served their time, are retired with honor, while the new ones are consecrated and entrusted to the care of the soldiers. Her Majesty concluded the ceremony with the final part of her speech uttering words that held profound meaning, particularly in the current global climate. He stated, and again I quote his striking words, "At a time of such global uncertainty, it is vital that the attributes of excellence and achievement for which you are renowned and which are symbolized by these standards are preserved." This part of the speech speaks to the enduring relevance of military values and the stability they represent, especially when the world seems unpredictable. The king links the abstract concepts of excellence and achievement directly to the physical standards, underlining their role as tangible symbols of the regiment's identity and reputation. He did not stop there, but continued to delve into the profound symbolism embedded in these ceremonial objects. Prince William and Prince Harry's father, as he has also been referred to in the reports, went further to articulate what these standards represent. He said they are the embodied soul of the regiment. Carry them proudly so that you may do your duty and serve your country well. Calling the standards the embodied soul is incredibly powerful language, elevates them above mere pieces of cloth and embroidery, representing them as the very essence, spirit, and collective history of the regiment made tangible. This formulation serves as a powerful reminder to the soldiers who receive them of the great responsibility and honor entrusted to them. The injunction to wear them with pride is a direct call to uphold the legacy they represent and to continue to serve with distinction, fulfilling their duty to country. The king further reinforced the historical and personal connection represented by the standards. He continued his speech by stating that these Royal Guard standards remain a physical reminder of that same personal connection between the sovereign and the regiments of the Life Guards and the Blue 0 Royals. They have stood the test of time and remain the golden thread that links the present with a glorious past. This final passage beautifully conveys the unique relationship between the British monarch and the regiments of the Guards Division. The term standards of the Royal Guard refers to the specific design incorporating the Union flag, symbolizing their service to the United Kingdom and its head of state. The king underlines this very personal connection, emphasizing that the relationship is not merely institutional but a direct, and these particular regiments that have historically served as the sovereign's personal bodyguard, describing them as having stood the test of time, acknowledges the long and unbroken history of the Royal Guards Cavalry Regiment stretching back centuries. They have served monarchs through countless periods of change, conflict, and peace. The metaphor of the golden thread is particularly telling. It describes the standards and, by extension, the regiments themselves, and their connection to the crown is an ongoing and valuable bond that extends deep into history. Suggests something precious, strong and unbreakable, organically linking the soldiers on parade at Windsor today with their predecessors who served monarchs long ago, and with the rich and glorious past of both the regiments and the monarchy. This event was therefore much more than just a routine military ceremony. It was a vivid reaffirmation of tradition, a recognition of dedicated service, and a powerful demonstration of the enduring bond between the sovereign and the armed forces, particularly the historica cavalry regiment of the Royal Guards. The presence of King Charles I and Princess Anne underlined the significance of the event, and the king's words served as a poignant reminder of the values that underpin military life and the historical continuity represented by the monarchy. Seeing them together in good spirits also provided a comforting glimpse of familial support and shared purpose within the royal family as they continued to fulfill their complex responsibilities. The release of photographs and the heartfelt statement allowed the public to feel part of this important moment, strengthening the bond between the crown and the people it serves through the dedication of its armed forces. In conclusion, this recent event at Windsor Castle featuring King Charles I and Princess Anne was a truly significant event. It underlined the vital role of tradition and duty. It celebrated the excellence of the cavalry regiment of the Royal Guards and highlighted the deep historical bond between the sovereign and the regiments. The king's powerful speech, particularly his reflection on the banners as the embodied soul and golden thread to the past, provided a resonant message of continuity and service in turbulent times. This event certainly gives us much to reflect on the enduring importance of institutions such as the monarchy and the armed forces in preserving national identity and values. What did you think of this particular joint event? Did the king's words resonate with you? Please share your thoughts and reflections in the comments section below. We love hearing from you and creating a community to discuss these important real-world topics. Don't forget to like this video again if you found it informative and interesting. Please subscribe to the channel for more real-world news and information, and please share this video with anyone you think might be interested. Join us again soon for our next real-world news updates. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.